Hi friends, welcome to Crack Grade B. We are back with another important lecture on the current affairs series. Here we bring out to you the news article for you that are important for your phase 2 for the upcoming examination, that is NABARD Grade A and Grade B. But this is also important for the examinations like RBI and SEBI. So from 21st and 22 October 2021, let's begin with the first news article, that is major milestone of 1 billion vaccination. You already know it, right? So why we are discussing here? Because this is very important achievement in terms of India as well, in terms of health as well. That India is able to deliver 1 billion vaccine doses, and you should know how India has done it, right? Because you never know in current affairs, it can be a question. Okay, and again, you should know this from the perspective of your interview as well, because there might be a discussion on health, since health is given the utmost priority in these days in any given economy, not India, any given economy, right? So yes, it's 1 billion doses. India has achieved this milestone on which date, right? This is important. Okay, so let's move forward. The next news article, that is Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission digibook. Okay, so AIM has launched Innovation for You. What is it? An attempt to showcase the success story of Atal Innovation Mission startup in different domain. Okay, so you know what is Atal Innovation Mission? This is a very old scheme by the Niti Aayog. Okay, so this is a digibook where the startup that has been started up from the Atal Innovation Mission or the Atal Innovation Lab to showcase the startup in different domain. This digibook has been launched. Okay, the book is a compilation of 45 health tech startups. So can you think, it's in health tech status. Look, I was just talking about how health is given importance this day, and again see health has come. So if you remember from the budget days, right? Budget was given in the sixth pillar. The first pillar was about health, right? So now this is done. Let's move to the next news article, that is cabinet approved approval sets the implementation of PM Gati National Master Plan. So I hope you have really seen the video that is there in our YouTube channel regarding PM Gati Shakti, right? And also in our uh, current affair coverage. So this is a news article, right? Committee on Economic Affairs has approved the framework, right? So what was the news then? That the Prime Minister has launched Gati Shakti. But how this will be implemented, right? What are the different levels of the organization, the hierarchy it will follow? Okay. It was not out. So now this is out. So consider that video. So consider this part of this lecture is complemented by the first part that we have in our YouTube channel, right? So go ahead and watch it. So PM Gati Shakti NMP will be monitored in a three-tier system. How many? Three-tier system. Number one will be empowered group of secretaries. Then network planning groups. Then technical support units. Right? So see, now let us understand who are the people involved in the EGOS or NPG or TSE. Right? So EOGS, as the name says, empowered group of secretaries. Right? See, in India, most of the thing is headed by the bureaucracy, right? The bureaucrats, and without bureaucrats, it's obviously not possible, right? So they are the administrator. Our constitution is a three-tier constitution. You already know it. One is executive body. One is the body of parliamentarian. The other one is judicial, right? So maybe I did not use the correct word here. So we are not discussing constitution here, but this is a three-tier. One consists of bureaucrats, of the MLAs and MPs who can make law. The third one is judicial body, right? So, uh, so going by that, the cream layer, I mean, the implementing body would be EGOS, right? Empowered Group of Secretary. Now, EGOS will be headed by Cabinet Secretary, the topmost bureaucrat of the country, and will consist of secretaries of 18 ministries as members and head of logistic division as a member conveyor. right? 18 ministries. So see, this is very important in terms of both your descriptive and your objective, right? So see, it would be headed by cabinet secretary at the top level. Then there would be 18 members, okay? 18 members, and there will be a member conveyor. Who he will be? He or she will be head of logistic division as member conveyor. Understood? Then the EOGS has been mandated to review and monitor implementation of PM Gati Shakti NMP to ensure logistic efficiency. The bureaucracy is there to implement and monitor at every level. You see, district collector, what is the role of district collector in the district? To implement and to monitor government schemes, the administration, right? So that is how this will function. It is empowered to prescribe. It is empowered means they have powers to prescribe framework and norms for undertaking any subsequent amendment to the NMP, right? So they are given the power to amend. See, it's obvious why, because this is something new that is getting implemented, right? So maybe at our level, if we try to do something new, when we start to do, we realize that this can be done effectively by the other way, right? Or the plan B, which we say it, right? So we immediately change to that. So that is how this NMP will also be monitored and implemented by the EGOS. So they are empowered to prescribe and norm for undertaking any subsequent amendments to NMP, right? So let's say there is a rule now. When they try to implement it, they see that there is another better way to do it. They change it. They will change the rule, right? So yeah, EGOS shall also set out the procedure and definitive framework for synchronization of various activity, ensure that various initiative infrastructure development are part of the common integrated digital platform. EGOS will also look at intervention required to meet the demand side in efficient transporting bulk good of the required of various ministry like steel. So basically, read this two line again and again, maybe two couple of times, you are done, right? So see, many of you may think that unnecessary few lines are put, but let me tell you, these are not unnecessary lines, right? So this has been put because current affairs is available everywhere. So what is different that the Grade B team is doing? So we are providing you an overall, overall outlook of the current affair, so that you are armed with enough knowledge when you write objective. Like the framework include how many levels? 3 levels. Who is the head? Secretary. How many members are there? 19. 18 ministry secretary and one as the head of logistic division member convener. Right? And you are also armed with the material to write descriptive and face the interview. Okay, so this is the difference that we are trying to create. So let's move forward and let's see few more details. So cabinet committee has also approved the terms of, see, now we have seen about EOGS, now about NPG and then TSN. NPG is network planning group, consists of head of networking planning wing of the respective infrastructure ministries, and it will assist EGOS. See, maybe a secretary from a respective ministry is not the not actually technically sound uh, about the ground level work. He is an administrator, right? So bureaucracy at every level. So they are first the administrator, okay, then the technical know-how. Look at RBI, okay. So RBI is being headed by a bureaucrat who is historian. He is not an economist. Still, you see his stint with the RBI is, you know, if you see, it's actually can be compared with the well-versed economist like Raghuram G. Rajan and Arvind Subramaniam. Sorry, not Arvind Subramaniam. It's Ujit Patel. Okay, so that is how it is. So bureaucrats are administrator, and network planning group are, people in the ministry who have technical know-how, right? Who have technical know-how. So network planning groups are the people in the ministry who are expertise, who hold the expertise of planning the things, right? So they have a bit of knowledge about the technical thing and as well as a knowledge of the administrative side, and hence they can plan, right? So network planning group. Then TSU, technical support group. So it's by the name itself, it is clear that these are the people who have the technical know-how of a particular thing. Let's say a person from the TSU unit of the Ministry of Aviation has the technical know-how about the aviation industry. Okay, from the technical know-how of an aircraft to the routes and all the things. Okay, so okay. The PM Gati Shakti NMP is intended to break departmental silos and bring in the more holistic and integrated planning and execution of project with a view to address the issue of multimodal connectivity and last mile connectivity. Right. So if you haven't watched, for those people, let me make you understand PM Gati Shakti in two lines. Okay. What is PM Gati Shakti? So, it's a government scheme or it's a project, okay, where all the department will come together through a digital platform. In today, what is happening in the country? Let's say the PW department of maybe your locality is building the road. Okay, you are very happy person. Why? Because you are the new road. Now, few days later, okay, you see that the Nigam people will come and dig the road and to you know to for water line. Okay, they will dig the road. Again, you are being the happy person because you see that water connection is coming through Jal Jeevan Mission. Let's say through Jal Jeevan Mission, you are again happy person. Now, after some days, you will see that the Nigam people had dig the road, had fixed the pipes for the water line, but they haven't repaired the road because they are not concerned with it. So the Nigam people did not knew that the PWD is going to build the road, and the PWD people did not know that after they build the road, the next thing coming up would be water line. Pipeline. Okay, water connection pipeline will go. So they don't know. So this is departmental silos, right? No one knows about no one. Okay, so maybe after a few days, you see, let's say left hand side is digged up. Okay, few days later, BSNL people will come, BharatNet. Okay, they will put the optical fiber network from the right side of your road. Now you are left with the broken road in the middle. Now you are an unhappy person. Why? In front of your eyes, you see the road was built using your own money because you are a taxpayer. I am a taxpayer. And end of the day, it has been digged up by the two departments again for developmental purpose, right? So it's not that they have done it deliberately. So it's for the developmental purpose. So this is what it is happening since independence in India, right? No department knows what the other is doing, so that there is no planning. Okay. So what this Gati Shakti NMP is trying to do, they are trying to bring the 18 ministries together so that everyone knows what the other one is doing. Now, what will happen? Okay, they will have a few, a platform kind of thing. Okay, they will have a platform. Let's say this PWD people, PWD, PWD people log in and they will see that the road in front of your home is supposed to be built. So they will, maybe there would be certain things that they will update. I will build the road on certain, I'm planning to build it on certain dates and like that. Okay. Now this information will be shared with all the people. All the people can see. So one day this BSNL people, they will see this. One day the, who was that? Water connection. Jal Jeevan Mission people will see it. So what they will do, they will quickly fix their work in this broken road. Then PWD people will come and build the road. Now you are the happiest person from before because now you got the road after completion all the work of underground, right? This is what PM Gati Shakti intend to do. Let's move next with FATF grey list. Okay, so you have seen in the last week there was a meeting of FATF plenary body. Okay, so Pakistan has been put. No, Pakistan was in grey list again on this 21 October. In this meeting also, Pakistan was retained in the grey list. But Jordan, Mali, Turkey have come to the grey list now. Now, why? That is altogether a separate thing to discuss, and also that is not much very important for our examination of NABARD, RBI, and SEBI, right? But yes, for objective purpose, you should know that this three countries, Jordan, Mali, and Turkey, has been put into the grey list, and Pakistan is retained there. Now let us know something about FATF. Okay, Financial Action Task Force is an intergovernmental body established between 1989 during the G7 summit in Paris. Okay, it was born in 1989. The birth of the FATF are also set standard and promote efficient implementation of legal, regulatory, operational measure for combating money laundering, terrorist financing, and other related threats to the integrity of international financial system. Then, its secretariat is located at the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OEDC) headquarters in Paris. Okay, the FATF plenary is the decision-making body of the FATF. It meets 3 times a year, right? So let's move to the next news article, that is Best Global Brand 2021. You should so you can ignore the in-depth analysis of this report, right? But you should know who is top. Tesla, Salesforce, Adobe, PayPal, Microsoft, Apple. Okay, these are the companies who are at the top, right? Now, okay, so nothing more important from this report. This is fine. Okay, Global Brand 2021. Okay, so let's move forward with the next news article. New Quad. Okay, so you see the headline is New Quad. So who is the old Quad? The old Quad is India, Australia, Japan, and USA. So you see, recently the Prime Minister was in America. He has met all one and one with Australia, Japan, and USA, and together the uh, meeting was held, and that was known as the Quad meeting. Now you see the foreign minister, who is also an ex-bureaucrat, is in recently he was in Dubai. Okay, so uh, a new group has been formed. Who are into it? It's India, USA, Israel, and UAE. Right? Now you see USA is taking part in this kind of activity too much to control China. Okay, so let's not discuss that part here, because that is something related to international affairs, and that is not of our concern in NABARD grade. Right? So the emergence of new Quad, India, US, Israel, UAE, the first ever meeting of their foreign minister has explored possibility for joint infrastructure project in the field of, so the cooperation will be in the field of transportation, technology, maritime security, and economics and trade. So see, maritime security. So which side of India? If you see the position of these countries, okay. So USA is everywhere. Israel and UAE, the Arabian Sea. Okay. So you see the Arabian Sea port. I mean the complete region of the Arabian Sea would be coming up here. And the old Quad, that is India, Australia, Japan, USA. Which side is this? Australia is in the right side of India, right? Japan is top of China, and USA again it's everywhere, right? So this quad is going to cover Bay of Bengal, and this new quad is going to cover Arabian Sea. So see, India has managed both the side. Okay, now the group is already being dubbed as the new Quad or Middle Eastern Quad on the lines of Quadrilateral Security Dialogue (QSD). The Quad, which has Japan, Australia, India, and US as the member nation, aims to counter China's influence in the Indo-Pacific region. It was decided that each minister will appoint senior level professionals. Again, senior level professional to a joint working group that will formulate option for cooperation in the areas of transportation, technology, maritime security, and economic trade. Right? The four countries plan to hold an in-person meeting in the ministers in the coming month at Expo 2020 in Dubai. Okay, so let's move to the next news article. Global Threat Assessment Report 2021. So the Global Threat Assessment Report 2021 by We Protect Global Alliance launched. Who have launched it? We Protect Global Alliance. Said COVID-19 has contributed to a significant spike in child sexual exploitation and abuse online. Why? Because everything has become online now, from studies to work, right? So it's obvious that this is going to increase because children were not trained to handle mobile phones, so they were immediately you know uh, immediately came in contact with the social media, but they did not knew how to make themselves aware about the threats from social media. So that's why. So We Protect Global Alliance is a global movement for more than 200 government, private sectors, companies, and civil society organizations working together to transform the global response to child sexual and abuse online. Let's see few more details. The finding that in the past 2 years, look, sexual exploitation and online abuse had reached its highest level. Okay, so COVID-19 created a perfect storm of condition that fueled a rise in child sexual exploitation and abuse across globe. Okay, now see, there is an Internet Watch Foundation observed that 77% increase in self-generated sexual material from 19 to 20. So it's a huge 77% increase, means almost more than one third. That's concerning. As a part of the report, a global study of childhood experience of more than 5,000 young adults between 18 to 20 across 54 countries was done by whom? Economics impact. So from this line to this line, you may read it, right? So not very much important, but yes, if you want to understand how this was done, you can. But from exam perspective, this is not important, right? Whatever I have marked is important. By economics impact, 77% increased by Internet Watch Foundation. Then the report also featured a survey of technology companies that showed most were using tools to detect child sexual abuse material, but only 37 currently use tools to detect online grooming. So people are not aware that yes, there are few tools through which you can save, but only 37 use that tool, right? 37%. The National Center for Mission and Exploitation Children indicated 106% increase in report of suspected child sexual exploitation in the global cyber tip line. During the COVID, this is India specific. During the COVID-19 lockdown in India, there was 95% rise in the search for child sexual abuse material, the NCMEC reported. Okay, very, very important line. You should know. With this, we have, okay, the last one is agree. We have come to the end of this lecture. We wish you very good luck for your examination. Thank you from Team Grade B.